Put a flying dress to the windiest day of spring. Not a little breezy, the kind of wind where you're doing the math on how many sandbags it'll take to keep a softbox from becoming a kite. So the plan I had going in, gone in about 5 minutes. Join me as I show you all the behind the scenes moments of this shoot when I decided to use light or when I just switched to good old natural light. This shoot was with Janae, and she was only in town for a couple of days. She wanted to shoot where she was staying out at the lake, and that's where I grew up. So I said, yeah, let's do it for sunset. Because it was so windy, the original audio from the day is basically unusable. So I'm voicing over this instead and walking you through every decision we made, what worked, what didn't, and what I'd do differently next time if I bring this dress out in the wind like this. I brought my friend Emily along. She's a great photographer in her own right. I thought that she would have a lot of fun doing this shoot, so she became my assistant, but I told her to bring her camera and we would both shoot some shots to see what we could get with Janaea. I picked up this flying dress after a workshop I went to, and I went with black. And looking back, I'd probably go with something a little bit more colorful next time. The shadows in the black can get pretty dark and lose dimension. Going in, the plan is to backlight Janaea and use the sun as my rim light and use this softbox or a light on her to illuminate the front of her. But because the wind had other plans, I didn't put a softbox on this light and I just shot bare bulb. We went with Janaea's location first. We're on top of the valley and it's Saskatchewan, so it's always windy. But usually when these spring nights happen, the wind kind of goes down, but clearly it didn't happen tonight. So I've got a strobe on Janaea and I want that dress backlit so the sun is being my rim light. And you can see here Emily is helping out, but really all she had to do was like lift the dress up a little bit and it was going to fly no matter what. Would I have liked to use a softbox? Yes, but it was just a little bit too risky. I'm pretty sure this light would have went for a ride if I tried it. So I just used hard light, and these are some of the images that we came up with. Looking at our surroundings, we only had a couple of shots here at the top of the hill, and we didn't want to wait all the way till sunset. So, in order to avoid the wind, we thought we'd go down and move to this abandoned bridge, and we would try out some of our techniques and just see what the dress did and see what images we could make. The architecture gave us some pretty strong shots. The wind was still blowing the dress everywhere. And honestly, at this point, Emily wasn't even needed to help move it anymore. I shot with a light on her on the bridge, and Emily kind of just jumped in and shot natural light with her. And we both got some pretty good images. We used the leading lines from the architecture of the bridge, and we tried to help direct the eye straight into the subject. I think we got some pretty nice shots using those elements. Most of the evening was spent moving around the space. Looking for spots where the light, the architecture, the wind, and the dress all kind of lined up, including throwing the dress up into the air to manipulate it. I started paying close attention to how much open space was around the dress in each frame. If we had all these pillars from the bridge kind of in the way, I felt like they would take away from the image of the dress and of the model. So I wanted the dress to be the highlight and the flying through the air to be the focal point of that image, or at least a leading line back to the model. Emily and I had the same subject in the same location, but she's more of a natural light photographer than I am. So when I wasn't shooting, I stepped back and let her do her thing. I'd throw the dress for her or hold it in any way that she asked me to. It's kind of interesting to see what images she comes up with the exact same location and model. So it's a good learning practice to just learn from other photographers because maybe you'll pick something up. Turning around, we saw that the light was actually nicer behind us and the golden light was hitting Janaea quite nicely with, some not blown out skies in the distance with the valley. I dropped the off-camera flash entirely and shot natural light. And then we did some walking shots again with the natural lights, and we didn't need anybody holding the dress because the wind picked it up and kind of threw it around for us, which was awesome. And then lastly, as we were walking towards our vehicles, Janaea has this giant truck that kind of fits her personality. And I said, okay, well, let's shoot this truck as one last shot. And then I used some flash on this, and we got some pretty good shots. She was worried about her truck being dirty, and I said I would digitally clean it. And then when I got it into Photoshop, I thought, nah, it's not worth cleaning this truck. So she gets a dirty truck in her images. Some things that I could take away from this shoot was things that I guess I'm always dealing with is what is the wind doing and what modifier can I use? I liked using a pretty big softbox, but when the wind is blowing that hard, I guess you got to have a plan B. And bare bulb was perfectly fine. I feel like it did the job. Natural light can also work just as well. So take a look around, use that natural light, especially at golden hour. I think some of the images that I got were probably just as good with natural light than they were with flash. And then you're not stressed out about your lights tipping over. Again, using the dress as your focal point, don't clutter the scene. Make sure the leading lines are going towards your image or your model and the dress. That's probably the best way to use these dresses now that I'm learning this. Look for leading lines with your environment. So the bridge, the architecture that we had was something that, you kind of had to think about and try to use to your advantage. Again, here are all the images that we took from this shoot. It was a great learning experience. I loved working with Janae and Emily. So it was just really a great chat and visit with them. So it was all worthwhile. I can't wait to use this dress again with summer coming up and some of the scenery that we have with summer. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Hartman. I am a Regina, Saskatchewan based photographer. I shoot portraits, grad photography, and pretty much anything in between. I like to make videos to share behind the scenes, hopefully a useful lesson or two along the way. If you like this one, consider subscribing. And until next time, have a great week.